fraction.
Fraction. Parts of a whole fraction.
Nice job. So today we're going to look at a new word. Eyes up here. Repeat after me. Numerator.
Numerator.
Raise your hand if you have ever heard the word numerator before. Jordan, have you heard the word numerator? Okay, hands up high so I can count.
Yeah, but you're not the boss of me. Don't say that. But you're not the boss of me.
So raise your hand if you've never heard the word numerator before.
What?
Never heard of it. Good job.
Sorry.
About 15 of you have never heard the word numerator. Say numerator.
Numerator.
Whisper numerator. Say it to the floor.
Numerator.
Say it to me.
Numerator.
Nice job. Okay, eyes on me. I would like you to talk to your partner about what you think the word numerator means. Talk to your partners, heads together. Oh, nice job. Eyes up here. Raise your hand to tell me what you and your partner talked about. Predictions for numerator. Blake, what was your prediction? Okay. Michaela, did you and your partner talk about a prediction for the word numerator?
I think I know something.
Part of a number? Thank you.
So this
Damon,
one for
that's really distracting right now. Part?
It's part of a number.
Okay. More predictions. Aubrey, what did you talk
Something
about?
that you like. Something that you like. Oh, who said that?
McKenna.
Breaking apart a number.
Put your hands on your lap. Turn your voices off.
Why?
When I say numerator, you are going to say the number on the top. Ready? Numerator. Numerator. Number on the top. Numerator. Let's try that one more time. Ready? Numerator. Numerator. Number on the top. Numerator. Good job. Eyes on me. So, we are going to now look at our calendar grid. Now, I would like you to turn to your partner and make a prediction about what we might see today on the calendar grid. I'm looking for partners that are talking to each other. Thank you so much. Leo is looking for students who are following the Thunderbird way. He's looking for students who are giving me the quiet signal. Thank you. Remember, as Scout, Leo is looking for students who are making good choices. So raise your hand and tell me what you and your partner discussed as a prediction for the calendar piece for today. Elizabeth.
Maybe cupcakes or maybe stars.
Okay, cupcakes or stars. McKenna.
My partner Trinity said a whole cake.
A whole cake, okay. And I like how you use the word whole. Thank you. Jackson. cart and it's half filled. And way to use that fraction word half. Michaela. Whole apple. And what makes you think a whole apple?
It was already apple on the egg.
Hang on a second, Aubrey. Were you using yesterday's as a guide? Okay. Kat?
A donut.
A donut. Okay, let's see what we have. Eyes up here.
It's not
even food. You're right. Eyes up here.
Dogs can be food.
Raise your hand to tell me what you notice about
How can dogs be food?
Oh, that's probably not okay.
Maybe they ate food. But humans can't eat them. What is the bones are food to the dogs.
Leo is once again looking for students who are giving me the quiet signal. Thank you. Okay. Hunter, what do you notice about the card? Okay, so 2 of the dogs have a bone, and 1 dog does not have a bone. So, how many dogs total are there, everybody? 3. How many dogs have a bone?
2.
So we will record this
2 minus 1 is 1.
as 2 out of the 3, or 2/3. So Damon, show me how you can keep your hands to yourself. And we have some dogs. And 2/3 of them have a bone.
One day they're going to have one.
Okay, eyes on me.
One day.
Looking at the cards so far and using our chart to help us, think about what you noticed so far about the sequence of our calendar markers. What do you notice about the different fractions we're seeing? Any patterns that you notice? Jordan, you. Okay, so the parts that we're having, it started out with 1 part, and now we're on to 2 parts. That's a good observation. So, Aubrey, do you notice a pattern?
Sure. So I think it's like counting by 3. So there's gonna be a 1, and then another 1, and then 1, and then another 1, and then the pattern ends.
And you think that pattern might end after that?
Yeah.
Okay. Kat, what do you notice?
On every, you can have like in a circle or in a rectangle is like the pizza, 1 1/4,
Okay,
And
so we had
then-
1/4 of the pizza.
and then the eggs, and then 6 eggs, and then 5 eggs, and then muffins. It comes to muffins. And I
Okay.
think tomorrow is going to be like a number with 1 number.
So tomorrow you think we might go back to having 1 part of the whole or 1 part of the set?
Pizza.
Kind of like the pizza?
I said.
Okay. Thank you. Trinity, you've been waiting patiently. Can you share what you were going to say? Eyes up here.
I kind of noticed something. There's 1, and then there's 2 colored balloons, and 3 for the pizza, and 4 of those, 5, 6, 7, and if you kind of count of the shapes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How is there's 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
that. And we talked about that yesterday up to the 7th day, where the part that we didn't have matched the date. So we did not have 1/2. And then we were looking at the red balloon was 1/3, but 2/3 were blue. And then we did not have 3/4 of the pizza. We noticed that yesterday as well. Thank you for sharing. Okay. McKenna, last thought.
So, I noticed that on 1, it has a missing part, and on 3, it has a missing part, and on 5, it has a missing part, and on 7, it has a missing part, and on 9, it has missing parts.
Okay, so we're missing parts of those holes. Thank you. Now, looking at those pieces, looking at the calendar markers and looking at the fractions we have written, which calendar marker do you think shows the least amount from what we have so far? Which one shows the least amount from what we have so far? Talk to the person by you. Thank you. Raise your hand to share what you and your partner said. Of the calendar markers, and if you don't remember the fractions, we have them listed. Which one shows the least amount? The least amount. Cooper, what do you think?
The hamburger.
And why do you say the hamburger?
I was going to say the hamburger. Because it's supposed to be. It's only one thing.
It's only one little part of it? 1/2 of it? Okay. Jordan, why do you say the muffin tin?
All getting bigger, but
The muffin tin had the most amount missing. Good point. So you're saying that 1/8 is actually the smallest of the fractions that we've seen so far. So let's shift our thinking now, and we'll come back to our grid tomorrow. We are going to now pull from our probability cup. We're going to pull out pennies and nickels. And who can remember how many pennies and nickels we are going to pull out today?
8.
Tiana, we are going to pull out 9 pennies and nickels.
I'm not stupid.
Okay, so before I'm looking for 9 students who are acting like 2nd graders, because those are the students that we'll get to pull, I'd like to think, what is the smallest amount of money that we would pull out of the probability cup? What's the smallest? Look at all those hands up so far. Hunter, what's the smallest amount of money we would pull?
All pennies.
All pennies, and how much would that be?
10. No, 9.
9 cents. So if we pulled all pennies, we would have only 9 cents. Now, think the opposite. What would be the greatest amount of money we could pull out of our probability cup today? What would be the greatest amount we could pull? McKenna?
All nickels.
All nickels. So if we pulled all
10,
nickels,
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
you are correct, Aubrey. We would have 45 cents if we pulled all nickels. Talk to your partner about a couple more combinations we could pull.
5 pennies. Look, that is a way.
Logan, talk to your partner.
5.
Solve that problem.
I'll just 2 pennies, 5 dimes, and we don't have that. 5 nickels.
I am looking for students who are sitting like second graders. Thank you so much. Raise your hand to tell me a combination you and your partner discussed. Elizabeth, what is a combination you and your partner discussed? River?
A nickel and 4 pennies.
Okay, so if we pulled 1 nickel, would the rest be pennies? Because we're pulling 9 total coins today. Would the rest be pennies? Okay.
6, 7.
Raise your hand to tell me another combination that we could pull. Jackson.
1 penny and 1 nickels.
1 penny and the rest nickels. And raise your hand to tell me one more combination. I'm looking for students who are sitting like second graders. Kat.
5 nickels and 4 pennies.
And 4 pennies. Okay. Well, let's see what our combination is today, and then we'll record it over there. We might have time for 2 sets. I'm not really sure. We'll have to see. Who is acting like a second grader?
Nickel.
2,
Penny. Penny.
3, 4,
Penny.
5,
Nickel. Nickel.
oh my goodness, look at that straight back. 7, 8. We might have time for one more pull, so I'm looking to see who's acting like a second grader. But let's complete this one. Let's see what we have. It's okay, just leave it. Count with me. Ready? Here's nickels first. 5,
10, 15, 20,
25, 30. Now switch to pennies. 31,
32, 33.
So we have 33 cents. Who can tell me how to write 33 cents using the dollar sign and decimal point? Diana. Yes, we have $0, decimal point 33 cents. Good job. Okay. We're going to go ahead and transition to our last part. So I'm looking for another second grader. And I am going to sit over here so that everybody can see.
What?
Who can remind me? Remember, I taped up our hundreds flat because we ended up getting over 100. Who can tell me how much we have in our base 10 bank right now? Everybody. How much do we have?
110.
Nice job. So we have 110, and we need to figure out how much we are adding to it. Who is sitting nicely? Cooper, you've been doing an excellent job. Will you roll the number cubes for us? And Cooper rolled an 8 and a 5. What is 8 plus 5, everybody?
12.
I'm hearing a couple different answers. 13. Good job. So who can tell me how to show 13 with base 10 pieces? I knew I'd see more volunteers. How can I show 13? Kat.
A 2 and 5 ones.
How many ones for 13?
2.
ones?
Tree.
1, 2, 3. Good job. Okay. Let's put my pieces back. River, can you please tell me my first step when I am adding larger numbers? What's my first step, River? Add the ones. So everybody, how many ones do we have?
3.
3. So I'll move these up to the top. We didn't even have any ones when we started. So 0 plus 3 is 3. And Tiana, can you add the tens for us? How many tens do we have now? We have 1 here and 1 here. So now how many groups do we have? 20, 10, 23. So I'm going to show that with a 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. So we have 2 groups of 10. And what is 100? And we don't have any hundreds here. So Blake, how many hundreds do I have?
4.
Still 100. So our total amount in our base 10 bank, we have 100 flat, 2 10 strips, 3 ones. What's the total number, everyone?
123.
123. That's Mrs. Martin can see clearly. That we didn't even have to do any regrouping on that
It
one.
was just 1, 2, 3.
You guys lucked out today.
That was
It was an
It's
easy
just
one.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, give me 5. Leo, who is still looking for students who are giving me the quiet signal? Hands in your lap. Leo, can you tell us who gets the scout today? And why are you choosing Blake? Wasn't talking to its neighbors. He was looking forward, participating. Nice job. Blake, as we transition back to our desks, will you write your name on the board? Can I please have the green and blue group walk quietly to your desk? Can I please have the silver and pink group walk quietly to your